Hi, this is Courtney, and this is a blog on resourcefulness with diet, food, and exercise. So, I kind of had a little bit of an eye opening experience this week. And, like with most things in life, it's things that you already but you forget. And what I mean by that is you think that you can find something new or exciting that's going to motivate you, and that's all good and fine, and sometimes that works. But sometimes you get to learn. And a friend of mine once said, when you make a mistake and you've spent a lot of money on something, instead of looking at it as you wasted money or lost money, look at it as an education. And that's what I'm trying to do this week. So I, across my Facebook feed came this challenge. It was a food and exercise challenge. And long story short, it wasn't what it was proposed to be. And there was no mention of a detox or a restrictive diet of only liquids for 3 days. And so it wasn't what it was supposed to be. And once you paid the fee, you ended up, just constantly trying to be upsold and upsold. And so anyway, it was really discouraging and frustrating. And so I tried it for the first day, and I was already borderline sick, which is why I look kind of sleepy and sick today. I was already borderline sick. I've been struggling with a lot of congestion, which was causing some nausea, and I just got really sick the first day I did it. It was all smoothies, and so I broke down and had some vegetable soup and some cooked carrots, and I felt terrible. And it actually, there was a lot of bad information on the Facebook site. Bad information, in my opinion, because I know a lot of people say with detoxing, you are, the reason you feel so bad is because you've eaten all this crap. But the fact for me is I don't eat crap. I don't eat white flour. I don't eat white sugar. I don't touch white rice, no red meat, no processed food. I mean, occasionally you're going to eat mildly processed food, but for me, that might be like an Amy's vegetarian dinner. So, and even that is rare. So I knew it wasn't that. And long story short, after the first day, I decided not to do it. And I would see all these posts on Facebook, and a lot of people were really suffering with the diet. And you might be saying, well, why would you do that anyway? You're working the medical field, you're healthy, you kind of do this for a living. Well, I felt like I needed some structure and some motivation just to kind of get my diet back on track. And I really wanted the meal plans and a different exercise plan for 30 days. So what I realized was I do know, and I can eat clean for 30 days on my own. I know what to do. I know how to do it. I don't need necessarily a guideline. And so I simply just got out my Good Life magazine and got some recipes out of there. And I'm just eating like salads, oat bran muffins, smoothies, soups, lean protein. And I'm not trying to do anything crazy, just make smart decisions. On the exercise, I'm just kind of shaking it up and doing some Pilates and some walking 15 to 45 minutes a day, depending on the day, so that I get 180 minutes of exercise in this week. And I'm trying to be consistent with all of that. And that's what happened over the holidays, is it just became inconsistent. I'm not a person who was eating a lot of chocolate or cookies or anything like that. I just had become inconsistent and was eating a lot more carbohydrates and not crap, but just not as good. And I started feeling bad. So what I realized is, we have a health club membership. My son has a health club membership. And being out here in the country, it's really hard to drive a 45-minute to 50-minute round trip to go do anything. It just seems like a waste of time. And I have 2 rooms here. I have a room across the hall that has a treadmill with a TV and yoga mats and yoga DVDs and all of that stuff. So my little helper here, he's always got my back, literally. So I just started doing my Pilates videos and walking, and realized that I didn't need anything. I didn't need any, I didn't need a gym membership. I don't need any of that. I have it and I like it and I won't let it go because I enjoy going sometimes. But you can be resourceful with what you have. You don't have to be fancy. With food, mostly eat plants, whole grains, not too many, because the carbohydrates will put weight on you. Don't eat too many carbs at night if you're not exercising at night. Eat lean proteins and healthy proteins. Avoid processed foods, white sugar, white flour, white rice, if at all, as much as you can. And don't eat too much. And really, it is as simple as that. If exercise, you need to keep your heart healthy, cardiovascular health, 120 to 180 minutes a week of enough movement that makes you feel like you can talk, but you don't want to talk. And then on the strength training, you need to do something, whether it's body conditioning, using your own body weight to strength train at least 2 to 3 times a week for 20 to 30 minutes. And it sounds like a lot, but what happens is the quality of your life improves and you don't want to stop. So resourcefulness with exercise and diet is not as hard as it sounds, and you can do it. There are lots of resources out there. I would suggest if you want to do like Pilates, put Pilates beginner or yoga beginner, whatever you want to do beginner. If you don't have a treadmill, you can look on or a piece of workout equipment. If you want that, sorry, my asthma's giving me trouble. If you want that, look on Swap Shop or Craigslist for inexpensive, or this time of year, sometimes you can join like a gym or something. They'll have all kinds of deals in January, and you don't have to get into a contract to do that if you want to do that. Also, for about, I don't know, maybe 10 years when my kids were little, all of my kids were born in a 4-year period. And I didn't have the time, money, or babysitter to go to the gym. So I would go to the library, and I know people don't need DVDs as much, but I would get DVDs and books, and I would work out at home for 15 to 30 minutes a day. And that was really helpful. And when my ex-husband would get home, I would go walk around the neighborhood just to get away from, all the chaos. So you can be resourceful. You just have to think. You don't necessarily have to join a gym and have a diet plan and have a coach. And I was reminded that this week when I had to use my good common sense to say, you know what, this crazy detox crap is not for me. And these people, they're just, whatever this person is saying, they're just buying it without questioning if it's healthy or not. And I didn't think it was. So for me, that was a decision I made. And I hope this encourages you to make good, healthy decisions for yourself.